So guys, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well, and I hope you're here to learn about some of my awesome, maybe not so known about tips that I use to travel both internationally as well as domestically. Okay, we're gonna start off with domestic travels, guys. So depending on where you're going, if you're going on the East Coast, the West Coast, or the South, of course you're gonna have to dress appropriately in whatever attire that is. So bring an umbrella because you never know. Check the weather because you might be surprised. It might actually be warmer or colder than the location that you're traveling from. So being aware of those type of things is gonna be key to how you should pack. And if you're packing going somewhere warmer, I'm gonna promise you can bring more clothes than if you're going somewhere colder. And I got, if you watch some of my other videos, you're gonna see how I get away with some of the things that I do when it comes to warmer weather. So definitely look close to the airport. So if you can hear that, that is the airplane going by. So don't forget to get your essentials. For me, I don't necessarily put them in any like travel size container, but you can. And you can usually get that if you're from the States at like the dollar store, or there's a place you can go in Japan to get like really affordable things. And I think there's a place in England. I haven't been to England, so I can't speak on that. And be sure, if you don't know how to roll clothes, that maybe you invest into a packing cube, because I've heard from a lot of different people that those definitely help. But we're talking about domestic. So the one thing you don't want to forget when you are going on a domestic flight is please do not forget your driver's license, okay? Now, I did not forget my driver's license, but I did have an incident in New Orleans after a very, very long, fun night. I lost my driver's license. It was not fun. I was panicking, like, how am I going to get home? But luckily, if you are a college student or you have another form of identification, you can use that. So I was able to use my college ID to get on the plane, and then I had to go ahead and request another copy of my driver's license. And another thing that I learned that you should know too, if you're going to go somewhere domestically and you're planning on driving and your birthday has just come and maybe gone and your driver's license has expired, if you know that's going to happen, go ahead and go to the Secretary of State and go and place an order for a written driver's license, and that will be able to help you out, especially if you are planning on traveling and driving. Another thing about traveling and driving, okay, if you are planning to drive in Puerto Rico, which is a part of the United States, make sure you go ahead and check out your credit card, because some credit cards allow for you to use their service as your first form of insurance instead of using your regular insurance. So that's really something helpful and beneficial. I know for my Chase Preferred, Sapphire Preferred, you can go ahead and do that and you'll be fine. So definitely don't sleep on your credit cards as being a really good benefit to get you protected when you're traveling. Another thing is, let me see on my list. Please, girls, please be mindful of the sizes of the items that you're bringing, especially if they're carry-on, because they will take it. You will not get it back. And if you needed that edge controller, you might not have it. It could be very, very, very not fun at all. Socks, of course, when you're going through TSA, you definitely don't want to go barefoot. No. Wear some shoes with socks. And if you have issues when flying, go ahead and go get yourself some compression socks. Those are super awesome to have. Always when you have carry-on, make sure that you keep underwear with you, because if your luggage happens to get lost, I think that is the hardest thing to purchase for me. I know that's what happened to me and my parents. We took a trip to, I want to say it was Aruba. Yep, we went to Aruba and they lost our luggage, and I had no underwear, no extra clothes. From then on, I was like, I will never, ever go traveling without having at least underwear, my essentials, and my carry-on. And that was a lesson that I learned and I didn't forget. So for you guys, if you're traveling and that's something that you don't normally do, go ahead and make sure you pack that with you and keep it with you at all times. I don't keep my birth certificate with me, but I don't have kids either, so they were saying that it might be helpful to have that if you have children. Another issue I have, and it might depend on whatever plane you're flying with. Sometimes you may have to pay extra to keep your boarding pass, to have a boarding pass printed for you. So go ahead and check that ahead of time. And then if you can't, make sure you screenshot your boarding pass with the code on your phone. So it makes it a lot easier, because when I was coming back from Japan and the Wi-Fi wasn't working, I had to stand a little across from the line and just watch everyone pass me by, and people look at me like, what is this girl doing? Why does she not have her pass together? I don't know why I said it like that. They weren't French, but that was like my little French accent. So definitely go ahead and screenshot your boarding pass so you are prepared and ready. And when another thing that goes with that is making sure you go ahead and check in 24 hours ahead of time. Sometimes I have issues and I think I have checked myself in and I haven't, but you should get a confirmation thing, and that should let you know that you're all good. Who did I fly through that? Recently I flew through, I want to say United, and I thought I checked myself in, but when I got to the front gate, they did not let me in. They were like, yeah, you're not checked in. I was like, oh Lord, I need to catch that flight. Please check me in. And so if you forget to check in but you somehow get through TSA, most of the time the people at the front gate will be so kind and they'll go ahead and print you off the boarding pass. I got something else to tell you about that when we get to international flights, and that was really special, and I was happy about that. Also, if you're flying domestically, the thing I love to have with me is a water bottle. Make sure you empty it out first, because depending on how long you're flying, you can get thirsty, and sometimes if you're like on Spirit, Frontier, Allegiance, they won't give you water. So having that is always going to be a really big benefit. Just make sure you fill it up before you board the plane. Then you'll be thirsty with an empty water bottle. That's not fun. It's not fun at all. No, not at all. Maybe a few times. Also, go ahead and get yourself some snacks. Any snacks. They will not say anything about it. Your snacks could be snacks from the dollar store. Could be from Walmart. Or, you could be like me and bring a whole slab of ribs. I know. My grandma said that was a little ratchet. But listen. When you're going on a track meet to win titles, you don't want pancakes and eggs. You want to eat good food that's going to help you, throw meters, feet, become an All-American 2 times, but I'm not counting, shout out to the throwers, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about you. Make sure you bring some food that you would like to eat, and that will help you and your children. If you have children, definitely bring that on your trip. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I couldn't bring was barbecue sauce, so I had to go through the whole entire area. I think I could have brought the barbecue sauce. Maybe. Another thing, if you are a girly who likes to be very, very social, like myself, hello, how you doing? How are you doing? You need to bring all your chargers, all of them. I'm talking about your laptop charger, 2 chargers for your phone, because you just never know. Make sure you have the end that goes into the wall, because there's been a lot of information out there saying that people have been able to steal your information. We don't need that. Sorry guys, just a little tick on my throat. Music, always bring some music, and And if you are a member of the library, I know our library will allow you to listen to audiobooks for free, so just download those before you hop on the plane, because that will be a very, very good time, especially if you have a really long flight. Extra headphones, because sometimes they do give you some and sometimes they break, but it's always best to always bring an extra pair of headphones. So that's pretty much it on my domestic things. I'm trying to think of anything else that I would tell you guys to bring on the plane. 9 times out of 10 with flying anywhere, you should always take off your metal. So earrings, bracelets, empty your pockets. But those are just things that you should just do in general when you're going through TSA.